In this session, we shall be discussing the Scrum Artifacts. We shall discuss what these artifacts are and why they are referred to as artifacts of Scrum. At the end of this session, you should be able to relate what the artifacts of Scrum are and why they are. Scrum artifacts are the tangible deliverables that are created and used throughout the project to provide transparency, information, and guidance. They are created and maintained by the Scrum team and are intended to be visible and accessible to all stakeholders. Scrum artifacts also refer to the documents and materials created by the Scrum team that provide transparency, information, and guidance for the project. Scrum has three primary artifacts that are designed to provide transparency and support the team's decision-making processes. 1. Product backlog. The product backlog as an artifact is essentially a prioritized list of all the work that needs to be done on the project. The product backlog is owned and maintained by the product owner, and it is constantly updated to reflect changing priorities and feedback from stakeholders. It provides a clear view of what needs to be done and serves as a guide for the team's work. The product backlog is used to guide sprint planning and provides transparency into the team's progress and priorities. Where the list of items in the product backlog is delivered, then the product could be said as delivered. So, sprint backlog. The sprint backlog is a list of all the items that the development team plans to complete during the current sprint. It is created during the sprint planning meeting and is based on the items from the product backlog that the team has committed to delivering in the current sprint. The sprint backlog is a living document that is updated throughout the sprint as progress is made and new information is discovered. The sprint backlog is owned by the development team. It provides a detailed view of the work that will be done during the sprint and helps the team to stay focused and on track. The sprint backlog provides transparency into the work that will be completed during the sprint. 3. Increment. The increment is the sum of all the product backlog items completed during a sprint, as well as all the increments from previous sprints. The increment is the primary measure of progress in Scrum, and it should be in a releasable state at the end of each sprint. In other words, the increment should be a potentially shippable product that provides value to the customer. The increment must be usable and meet the definition of done, which is a clear and concise description of what it means for a product backlog item to be considered done. The increment provides a clear view of the progress that has been made on the project, and it helps to guide future work and priorities. These three artifacts work together to provide transparency and accountability in the Scrum framework. The product backlog defines what needs to be done, the sprint backlog defines what will be done during the current sprint, and the increment represents the completed work at the end of each sprint. By maintaining these artifacts and keeping them up to date, Scrum teams can ensure that everyone is on the same page and that progress is being made towards the product vision. Questions. 1. Could you mention the three artifacts in Scrum? 2. Could you explain the artifacts in Scrum with illustrations?